Well, good morning. I'm here again at the Middlebury KOA. Got here the day the rally ended, which was Saturday. Um, Staying here for a few days. I've got an appointment tomorrow with Firefly. If you're not familiar, Firefly is the company that makes our little touch screens, and they're going to replace my tank sensors. When I had my service done, they updated the software because my LP sensor wasn't working, propane. Like, it would never tell me how much propane I had, so I just kind of had to guess. And so they did the software update, and it would tell me the propane, but now on the gray it will tell me like if I've drained the tank, and I do a couple things, like maybe wash my hands or do a couple of dishes or something, it'll suddenly tell me the tank is full, which is not accurate. So the fresh and gray and even the black tank are a little more wonky now. So they're going to just put new sensors in. I think they're like an upgraded sensor or updated sensor. I'm not really sure, or a newer sensor that they're using. So hopefully that will be better. So I've got that tomorrow, and then Wednesday, I've got an appointment with the Ford dealer here. They're going to change my oil and also put on a gas flap. My gas flap, which, the little door that is right next to the driver door. Not sure when this happened, but at some point, like, the hinge, it came off the hinge. So there's like two hinges, and the top hinge that came off, so it doesn't shut properly. So I have the component for them to replace it, and they're gonna put that in for me. I've got the windows open right now, although it is starting to feel a little warm. Yesterday was actually really nice. It was about 75 degrees, so I could I had the windows and the fan on all day. The week of the rally, in fact, I didn't film at all, because we didn't really do much. I mean, they had events. They had, we had an homage tour. We had a factory tour on Friday. And of course, they have dinners, not every night, but there's like a couple of nights where they have dinners. So there was that social aspect. But it was so hot, most of us just kind of retreated to our vans, and we would come out at night and kind of, sit together and hang out for a little bit. But it was a pretty quiet week because of the heat. In fact, like during the day, there would be nobody out. So hopefully next year, it won't be so hot. Last year was actually kind of cold and rainy, and I preferred that because at least it's cool enough that you can, go out. But anyway. And I'm kind of dreading going back to Texas because it's, hot, and we're, heading into July. The last time that I was here in a different site, the day before the rally, and we were going to go. I met up with a friend of mine, and we were going to go camp the night before at the fairground where the rally is. So that morning, when I was unhooking, I noticed, because I have my EMS or my surge protector at the pedestal. Obviously, there was a little bit of an arc because it messed up the plug on my EMS, and also on my power cord that goes into the EMS got a little bit messed up. So I had to go find a new EMS and find a plug. And of course, the two closest places, each one only had one of the items. So I had to go to, I went to an RV dealer here and found an EMS. I actually got a new one called Watchdog, and that one has an app, and that was the reason I knew I figured, well, if I got to replace it, I want to get that one. I had to go to an RV surplus place that was up, it's actually over the state line in Michigan, to get a power cord. So I got that, but then I ended up, I decided to go ahead and upgrade my power connection on the outside to a smart plug, because at least on the van side, it makes a good connection so that you don't have to worry about arcing or anything, and it also does like a little system check too, in addition to having the EMS. So I'm still here at the Coachmen campground. Finally had my service appointment yesterday. I've been here since last Wednesday, so almost a week, and that's kind of by choice too. Came here after my Ford appointment, so I had my Firefly appointment on Tuesday and my Ford appointment on Wednesday. And the Firefly appointment, they put in the new sensors, the updated sensors. However, the LP sensor doesn't work, the propane, and the black tank wasn't working. He couldn't get it to work, and so he thought it was something with the wiring. So I let them know at Coachmen, let Paul know, and he was able to get me in yesterday. But I came over here anyway because there was Dean was here, Rhonda was here, Glamma, and so we kind of all hung out, and then so I stayed over the weekend, from Wednesday over the weekend to my appointment. So when I had my service appointment yesterday, turns out Firefly had connected to the wrong wire, so that's why the black tank wasn't reading. So they corrected that. Everything's all set now, which is good. And I decided I'm going to go ahead and go up to Michigan. So I'm going to leave tomorrow. I was going to leave today, but originally it looked like the forecast, it was going to be a little bit warmer today. And so I thought, well, let me spend one more night where I can run the AC. So the campground is right there. And you can see there's that fifth wheel, I think, is somebody with the Coachmen Owners Association, me, and then the Class A, I think they're waiting for service. So it's kind of quiet this week because there was quite a few last week. And then that Class A right there, I think they're also with the Owners Association. This building, not really sure what offices are in there. And you have the main building over there, which I don't know if that used to be like corporate. I'm not really sure who was in there, but I heard Forest River's in there now. But the Class B division, you see all these vans. Of course, you see some trailers there getting ready to transport. But you see all the vans, because the Class B division is, see if you can see that building. Let me see. Maybe I can get it better from here. So Nick's office is actually in that building back there. That far building. And then I don't know if anybody's going to be at the guard gate up here, so I don't want them to think I'm spying. But up here to the left, you turn left up here and go straight back, and that's where the Class B division is. As you can see, all these sprinters. See a whole bunch of transits over there, way in the back. A lot of avalanche gray. Do you see all the transits? Zoom in. Well, I just finished dumping my black tank. I filled my fresh tank, and I've dumped the black and the gray here at the Coachmen campground, and I'm about to head out. I'm actually going to stop at a little hardware store that's here in town. I went there the other day and got some quick connects for my freshwater hose. I got three sets, needed 4, so I'm going to go back and see if they have one more set. At the time, they only had the 3, so but I want to see if they have any more, if they put out any more since then, because it's actually working out really well. So they actually did have more of those quick connects, so I got one more. But they also had, when I was a kid, when we lived in Illinois, we used to visit this family. I think he worked with my dad. And they had grown kids, so I remember two things. One, they had old Barbies from like the, I guess, early 60s or whatever, and I used to always play with them when I'd go there. And the other thing they always had was Green River soda. I'm curious if anybody else has ever heard of this. I remember it as a kid, and the last time I actually saw it, surprisingly, Target in Texas had it very briefly. I'm not even sure why they had it, and I didn't even know it was still around, but they had, so in the hardware store, they had all these like bottled, classic sodas, I guess you could say, old-fashioned sodas, but they had the Green River. So I got 4 bottles of that. I don't normally drink soda with sugar in it, but couldn't pass up the Green River, so 4 bottles will last a long time. But anyway, took a little bit of video of the downtown area. It's so quaint. I just love it. A lot of horse and buggies going by. I didn't really film any, mainly because the Amish don't like to have their pictures taken, so I don't want to be rude and be filming them. So if I do catch a little video of them, it's usually from the back of the buggy, as the buggies pass. But quite a few of them out and about. It's a very large Amish community here. I guess I never realized how large it was till the first time I came here, and I was like, oh my gosh. Because I know like Holmes County in Ohio is real big. But I was surprised at how big this one is. But anyway, so now I'm going to head out, start heading towards Michigan, and I'm trying to decide if I want to stop. There goes a buggy. I'm trying to decide if I want to stop for coffee. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna get on my way. Well, I just spent the night here at North Pier Brewing Company in Benton Harbor, Michigan. It's a pretty nice setting. They have a restaurant, the pub, I guess you call it a pub or bar, and then I guess there's like shipping over here or something. Maybe they distribute their what they make. I'm trying to say. But the restaurant opened at 4. The pub already was serving food, so I had dinner there. But it's a pretty nice setting. There's actually, it's surrounded by a golf course. I'll probably go shoot some video here in a second. It was a little warm yesterday, mainly because I'm not in the shade. That if there was any drawback would be that there's no shade parking, but most of these places, it's kind of rare to be able to park in the shade. So even though it wasn't super hot outside, I mean, it was comfortable. Not being in the shade kind of made it a little warm, but so I didn't film anything. But yeah, overall, good stop. I was actually going to stay at a Harvest Host again tonight, a different one. But I got invited up by some people on our Facebook group, got invited up to northern Michigan, which is the direction I'm going in anyway. So it should be a little bit cooler up there too. But today's the 4th of July, so that'll be nice to spend it with some people. And so happy 4th of July. But of course, by the time you see this, it'll be past the 4th of July. But yeah, so it should be nice to hang out with some people and just maybe there'll be some fireworks. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to get ready to head out here. And it's about, like, what did I say, 4 hours? Yeah, 4 hours from here. So, but yeah, so I'm going to get ready to head out and catch back up with you. So I spent the 4th of July in Boyne City, which was really nice with some fellow Beyond owners. They actually have a piece of land there. So, I was able to park overnight there, but we went into the town and they had fireworks and it was real nice, like a whole waterfront area. There's a lake. The name is escaping me right now, but it feeds into Lake Michigan. But the fireworks are right on the lake. And so we watched fireworks, then we went back to their land to park overnight. And then yesterday came up to Petoskey, which is about 20 minutes north, I guess, of Boyne City, and it's right on Lake Michigan. And so we hung out and I'm back here today, but it's Bayfront Park, and it's right up on the lake. So I'm parked there right now parked here yesterday, and then we there was also another Beyond donor that was up here, and then we all stayed at the casino last night because there's a casino here, and you can you go in, you sign up with them, and you can park overnight there. So stayed there last night. I'm going to stay there again tonight, and then tomorrow I go up to Mackinac City to a KOA so that I can go to Mackinac Island. Yeah, it's really, really pretty up here. And of course, the weather is just gorgeous. I mean, the temperatures are nice, and being right on the water, this park being right on the water, you get a nice cool breeze and everything. So I'm parked here. I'm going to hang out here today. I'm going to try to clean up the van a little bit, and then got to do some editing, and I've got a video call, and so but I'm probably, yeah, it's kind of messy back because I am actually in, you know, travel drive mode, so I've got stuff on the bed. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I kind of didn't really know where this video was going to go because it started out at the beginning of the Coachmen Rally, and then just kind of, and then ended up, because I was in Middlebury for 2 weeks after the rally, and until coming up here. So it's kind of a little bit of everything, but I'm going to work on this video and then work on my video with Nick and try to get all these uploaded. And then I will catch up with you from Mackinac Island. We'll see you in the next one.